Ladies and gentlemen, stop everything you're doing because what you're about to witness will shatter your faith in love, loyalty, and hip-hop forever. Have you ever seen a heartbreak so public, so messy, so mind-blowingly savage that the internet itself has to take a seat and catch its breath? Well, buckle up, because tonight's headline will leave you questioning if anything is sacred anymore. Papoose, the man we crowned hip-hop's most loyal husband, just did the unthinkable live. Yes, you heard me. In a plot twist worthy of the wildest soap opera, he stood in front of the world and publicly dumped Remy Ma for none other than undefeated boxing queen Claressa Shields. You thought your relationship problems were bad. Remy just got hit with the ultimate betrayal in 4K with millions watching and receipts dropping faster than you can say it's over. Is this love? Is this war? Or is this the biggest publicity heist since Kris Jenner invented the internet? Sit tight, because what really happened next will leave you absolutely speechless. Ladies and gentlemen, you know that feeling when the ground vanishes beneath your feet? That's the energy in the air right now. Social media is in meltdown mode. Group chats are in all caps. Even your grandma, who thinks Papoose is a type of pasta, is side-eyeing the TV in utter disbelief because the unthinkable just happened. Papoose, hip-hop's so-called king of loyalty, didn't just leave Remy Ma. He did it on a stage. He did it for another queen. And he did it live with receipts, with drama, and with the kind of audacity that deserves a slow clap or a public stoning depending who you ask. Rewind not too long ago, Papoose and Remy Ma were trending for all the right reasons. Remember the way the internet canonized them as black love goals. The man waited for her through a 6-year prison sentence. He rapped about her, supported her, even put his own career on the back burner. People were out here writing love songs and wedding hashtags about them. If Papoose can wait for Remy Ma, you can wait for your man at least 5 minutes while he's gaming. That's the bar he set. But love, as we've all learned, is just one bad DM away from disaster. The cracks, they started as whispers. You know how these things go. Late night studio sessions where it's just work, babe. Suddenly Remy's IG posts started getting a little cryptic. No more matching couple fits, more solo shots, more independent woman captions, and less of that signature path and Remy energy. But we all ignored it. They're just busy. We said celebrity schedules, private people. The delusion was real. Then along came Claressa Shields. Olympic gold, undefeated in the ring, undefeated in snatching spotlights, the type of woman who steps into a room and everyone else just fades into the background. She and Papoose, just friends apparently. But how many just friends go out for steak dinners 3 times in 1 week and post motivational quotes about loyalty on their stories? Please the universe was screaming, but we were too busy double-tapping throwbacks to notice. Cut to the night that shook the timeline. It's an awards show, one of those lavish, live-streamed everybody and designer, let's pretend we're all friends events. The camera pans the crowd. Remy Ma, there in killer heels, chin-high, unbothered queen energy. Papoose is posted up with his signature cool, but every shot seems a little too rehearsed, a little too posed. But no one is ready for what's about to go down, because suddenly, the host's voice cuts through the air. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special moment tonight. The audience, thinking it's just another boring tribute, starts scrolling their phones until the spotlight hits Papoose, who's standing center stage. Looking nervous but determined, he taps the mic. The music stops. Everyone's eyes are glued to him. Remy smiles, maybe expecting a surprise shout-out or a cute couple moment. Instead, the plot twists harder than a Netflix drama finale. Papoose takes a deep breath. Tonight, I want to speak my truth. The crowd leans and the internet holds its collective breath. I have nothing but respect and love for Remy Ma, but life changes my heart's found a new home. Claressa, will you marry me? Wait, what did he just propose live in front of Remy? Twitter combusts, Instagram collapses, the YouTube comments section goes nuclear. The camera cuts to Remy Ma's face, frozen in an expression that's somewhere between shock, heartbreak, and oh hell no, this isn't happening. For a split second, the entire world forgets how to breathe. Claressa walks up to the stage, grinning, looking like she's already won the main event. The crowd is a confused mess. Some people are clapping, others are just sitting there, mouths wide open, trying to figure out if this is a publicity stunt, a fever dream, or the end of an era. Meanwhile, Remy Ma stands up, every camera in the room tracking her jaw set, eyes burning, but not a single tear falls, because she's Remy Ma, and Remy Ma doesn't break. Or does she? You would think this is where it stops. You'd be wrong, because if you thought the live proposal was the main event, you've clearly never seen a queen dethroned in real time. The internet is already cooking up reaction memes. But Remy, she's not even looking at Papoose anymore. She's staring straight at Claressa. That look you give someone when you're calculating how many years you'll get for assault if you go full Bronx on national TV. Pap, meanwhile, is sweating bullets. The crowd is dead silent, then erupts into a chaos of cheers, gasps, and one person in the back screaming, world star. The fallout instant. Hashtag Team Remy starts trending. Tweets fly. If Papoose can do Remy like that, ain't no hope for the rest of us. Somebody check on Remy. She's about to drop the hardest track of 2025. Celebrities start weighing in. Cardi B posts a shady tweet and deletes it. Fat Joe goes on IG Live with a man what's going on face sipping tea so hard he nearly chokes even Wendy Williams. Comes out of retirement to say I told y'all, these men ain't loyal. But the drama doesn't stop on the stage, reports start coming in. Remy left the event early, surrounded by security, not saying a word. Pap tries to go after her, but Claressa grabs his hand and the cameras catch every second. You couldn't write this. If you tried, TMZ's got a camera shoved in Remy's face before she even hits the car. Her only words, no comment. The coldest no comment in history, icy enough to freeze Wi-Fi signals across the nation. But wait, the plot thickens because apparently this wasn't some impulsive heat of the moment. Proposal. Anonymous sources who may or may not be Claressa stylists. Cousins' neighbors start leaking details. Word is Pap and Claressa have been secretly seeing each other for months. Lavish dinner dates, low-key getaways to Miami, and a mystery ring sighted on Claressa's finger weeks before the big night. All the signs were there, but no one wanted to believe it. Or maybe they just couldn't imagine Papoose ever pulling a move this savage. You want more? How about leaked text messages allegedly between Pap and Claressa, where he says he's finally ready to live his truth and that Remy deserves someone who can match her ambition, not hold her back. Out screenshots flood the timeline. Some people call them fake, others are zooming in CSI style, matching up timestamps and emojis desperate for a smoking gun. Meanwhile, Remy Ma's silence is almost deafening. She posts a single black screen on her Instagram story with the words, "Real queens don't compete with pawns." The internet explodes again. What does it mean? Is she coming for Claressa, for Pap, for the whole industry? Reddit detectives are decoding every syllable, every font choice, every pixel. And it's not just fans, other rappers start picking sides. Some post cryptic stories with snake emojis, others with crown emojis. Suddenly everyone's got an opinion. Bloggers dig up old interviews, freeze-framing every awkward glance, every suspicious answer, building a whole cinematic universe of what-ifs. And when did it start even? YouTube body language experts are breaking down Pap's posture and Claressa's smile in 45-minute explainers that go instantly viral. You know the drama is real when people are rewatching old episodes of Love and Hip Hop for Easter eggs and missed warning signs. Was Remy always suspicious? Was Pap always too supportive? Did Claressa really say, "I'd never steal another woman's man" in that interview? Or was that a deep fake? Nobody knows, but everyone's got an opinion. Let's not forget the fan conspiracies. One viral thread claims Remy and Claressa were actually besties, and this is all revenge for a secret falling out. In 2023, another says, Pap and Claressa have been business partners for years, and the marriage is a cover for an even bigger power move, the wildest one, that this is all a promo for Remy's next album and we're just pawns in her marketing genius. If only. And as the night wears on, the city that never sleeps goes even more manic. Pap and Claressa vanish from the event. Paparazzi in hot pursuit. Some say they hit a fancy hotel suite. Others swear they hopped a private jet to Vegas for a quickie wedding. Everyone wants a piece of a story. Even the mayor tweets, "We do not condone this level of mess in our city. Pray for me." Is he joking? Is he serious? Who even knows anymore? But while the world is arguing, speculating, and mime at breakneck speed, you know who's missing from the chaos? Remy Ma, the queen herself. No rants, no exposing posts, just that chilling cryptic silence, which of course only makes everyone more obsessed. Will she clap back? Will she drop a diss track that makes Chef look like a lullaby? Or is she planning something even bigger? Because my friends, when a storm like this hits, the quiet before the next thunderclap is where the real danger lies. And as the world counts down, waiting for Remy's next move, little do they know the real scandal is just getting started. The city might be buzzing, but silence is its own kind of thunder every minute. She stays quiet, the tension climbs, DMs flood her socials. Everyone from A-list rappers to old high school friends is blowing up her phone. Paparazzi camp outside her building. Tabloids offer 6 figures for just a reaction shot, and in a move that nobody sees coming, Remy Ma just disappears, vanished. No one sees her for 24 hours. No stories, no tweets, no surprise. Distracts, just a digital black hole where one of hip-hop's loudest voices used to be. The internet unhinged one. TikTok conspiracy theorist insists Remy booked a private jet to Paris for a revenge glow up. Another claims she's checked herself into a celebrity heartbreak rehab. Yes, that's apparently a thing. Meanwhile, where's Remy? Memes go viral. SpongeBob, Kim K, even Homer Simpson are out here searching for the queen, but behind all the jokes there's a real biting anxiety, because if you know Remy, you know she never stays down for long, and when she comes back, she doesn't come back quietly. But while Remy's AWOL, Pap and Claressa are everywhere. They're on talk shows, they're posting boomerangs, clinking champagne on Instagram. TMZ insiders leaked details of their intimate, classy engagement dinner. Rumor has it, the menu included lobster, caviar, and the tears of every Remy Ma fan in the tri-state area. There's even a blurry, clearly staged paparazzi shot of Claressa flashing a diamond that could pay off half of Brooklyn's student loans. The caption he put, "A ring on it," in front of the world savage. And let's talk about that ring for a second. Jeweler to the stars. Leaks an anonymous statement. This piece was custom designed for a Queen Papoose, spared no expense, 14-karat flawless clarity, and engraved with forever knockout the internet loses. It is that a dig at Remy at their whole history, or just an inside joke between two people who clearly love a headline? But here's where things go nuclear. Remember those leaked texts? Now voice notes start circulating, allegedly Pat pouring his heart out to Claressa, talking about years of feeling trapped, finding true love, and wanting the world to see, "I'm finally happy." The receipts keep coming. A grainy security cam video, supposedly from a swanky hotel lobby, showing Pap and Claressa looking very cozy, time-stamped, weeks before the awards show fans with time on their hands. So all of them match up outfits, track backgrounds, and run full forensic breakdowns. The verdict, according to the internet: Pap's been emotionally checked out for months, and the only thing more fake than his loyalty was Remy's last sponsored wig post. But wait, plot twist, a close friend of Remy's drops an anonymous bombshell to a notorious gossip blog. According to the source, Remy and Pap's relationship has been hanging by a thread for over a year. She knew it was coming, everyone in their circle did. The only people who didn't know were the fans and Remy. She's got something cooking that'll make all of this look like child's play. The blog runs with it, speculation goes wild. Is Remy about to sue? Is she about to drop the hardest revenge anthem since Lemonade? Or is she about to expose Pap and Claressa for something even messier? Meanwhile, the internet's favorite sport becomes taking sides. Hashtag Teamer Remy versus hashtag Team Claressa. One group is crying Remy's better off, the other, Pap finally found his real queen. The meme economy is booming. Edits, fake magazine covers, deep-faked reunion trailers, Twitter spaces, debates get heated. Some folks even launch a GoFundMe to buy Remy Ma a new king. It raises $273 before being flagged for fraud, but in the real world the fallout is just getting started. Within 48 hours of Pap's live betrayal, multiple sponsors drop him, and Claressa, a major sneaker brand, cancels a campaign. A bank quietly pulls out of a planned hip-hop and boxing youth initiative. Claressa's mentions are filled with both heart and snake emojis, and Pap, he posts a long rambling notes app apology to anyone hurt by my truth, which manages to trend for all the wrong reasons. The top comment: "Bro, you could have just texted her like a normal person." Suddenly, talk of legal trouble starts swirling. Remy's legal team, notoriously tight-lipped, is reviewing all contractual obligations and considering all options. Tabloids run with wild speculation, prenup loopholes, breach of contract, emotional distress lawsuits. One daytime talk show, a host even claims Remy could take Pap for half his royalties and the rights to his next 3 albums. Someone else points out that Claressa's next fight promotion is in jeopardy due to reputational damage. Lawyers, publicists, crisis managers, everyone circling like sharks. Of course, as always, the real action is on social media. TikTok is flooded with how to heal after being dumped live on stage. Parodies. YouTube explodes with body language expert reacts to Remy Ma's face and top 10 most savage celebrity dumpings. Even people who never listened to a Remy Ma song in their life are now invested in her emotional well-being. Twitter threads unear every old interview looking for clues. Was Remy always this cold? Did Pap ever really love her? Was Claressa plotting from the start? And just when the storm seems ready to die down, Remy Ma appears out of nowhere. She goes live on Instagram. No glitz, no glam, just Remy, barefaced, hoodie up, eyes steely. She sits in silence for a solid 30 seconds as the viewer count rockets past 1 million. Then, in a voice like she's announcing the apocalypse, she says, "They thought they could play me, they thought wrong." Cue the internet explosion. Comments are coming in so fast the app lags. Remy about to drop a nuke. She looks too calm, it's over for them. The anticipation is thick enough to cut with a knife. Remy just smiles, shrugs, and drops one more line. "Just remember, real queens never compete for pawns." She logs off. The world loses its mind. Suddenly, every major music blog is on red alert. Is she about to release a diss track, announce a tell-all documentary, or did she just serve the ultimate power moot, showing that she doesn't even have to stoop to their level to win? Some fans say her silence is more dangerous than any disc. Others are convinced it's the calm before a lyrical hurricane. Meanwhile, Papoose and Claressa are scrambling. Claressa posts a selfie in the gym with the caption, "They can say what they want, I know my worth." Comments are split between support and pure venom. Pap, on the other hand, tries to go on Instagram Live to set the record straight, but all anyone wants to see is what Remy does next. And just as the world is catching its breath, a new leak drops. A well-known podcast host claims to have inside info that Remy's not just hurt, she's furious. Word is, she's already in the studio calling in heavyweight producers, writing bars that'll end careers and burn bridges. Rumor has it she's about to turn her heartbreak into platinum. And if history has taught us anything, it's this: when Remy Ma puts her pain on wax, everyone listens. Fans start counting down to midnight, hoping for a surprise drop. Music insiders are betting on chart dominance. Even Reese haters are tuning in secretly, terrified she'd come back stronger. And then, just as everyone's bracing for the next wave, yet another bombshell drops. A leaked video surfaces allegedly showing Pap and Claressa Arguing backstage at the awards show, Pap looks stressed. Claressa is visibly upset, and someone in the background is whispering she's not going to let this slide. The blogs have a field day. Did Claressa really win, or did she just buy herself a front row seat to the messiest breakup in hip-hop history? Theories fly. Maybe Pap's regretting his choices, maybe Claressa's realizing the grass isn't always greener when it's watered by drama, and as the world eats up every pixel, every rumor, every fresh drop of tea, one question looms over everything. What will Remy do next? Is she plotting revenge, preparing for a comeback, or quietly building her empire, while her ex and his new queen drown in the mess they made with the whole internet watching, holding its collective breath and knowing? Remy Ma never lets a slight slide. You just know the biggest shock of all is still on its way. Remy Ma's silence was the calm before the storm, and now the first crack of thunder hits. It starts with a mysterious tweet from an anonymous industry insider. Something about warrants and misappropriated funds tied to a recently engaged celebrity couple. Within minutes, screenshots pop up everywhere. Suddenly, Pap and Claressa are more than just tabloid fodder. They're trending with words like investigation and embezzlement attached to their names. Of course, nobody knows if it's true, but honestly, does anyone even care about facts anymore? Not when the drama is this juicy. Next thing you know, cable news is running breathless segments. Could Papoose and Clarissa's whirlwind romance be hiding a darker secret? One anchor asks, eyes wide like she just found out the queen herself was tuning in. Fake leaked police reports flood Twitter. Everyone has a cousin who's seen the paperwork. Some genius deepfakes a video of Claressa in handcuffs. It racks up 5 million views before being fact-checked. The comments: Remy Ma working overtime. Pap really fumbled the bag. Plot twist: it's all a PR stunt. There's no such thing as too wild anymore. Meanwhile, sponsors are dropping Pap and Claressa left and right. A designer brand pulls their endorsement. One energy drink posts a shady Instagram story. We only support real champions. The boxing league releases a cryptic statement about reviewing all athlete conduct. It's like watching dominoes fall, and the internet can't get enough. Remy Ma posts another story, just her sipping tea, smirking at the camera. Drake's back to back faintly playing in the background. It's not subtle, it's war. The legal circus explodes. Rumors say Remy's lawyers are circling, looking for any and every way to squeeze Pap's bank account. An insider claims she's pushing for full ownership of their house, their joint businesses, even that iconic pair of diamond-encrusted sneakers Pap once wore to her album release party. Pap tries to play victim in a heartfelt interview, but every time he mentions being misunderstood, Twitter hits him with a fresh round of memes. One goes viral, a photoshopped Pap sitting in a doghouse with the caption, "Should have stayed loyal." And just when it looks like Remy Ma might let lawyers do the talking, she goes nuclear in the best way she knows how. She drops a surprise single at midnight. The cover art, a cartoon Pap and Claressa at the altar. Remy in the background dropping a mic, the song straight ether line after line. Remy tears into the betrayal, the lies, and the public humiliation. You broke your vows for a moment in the lights, but the crown stays heavy on the real queen's rights. The internet loses its mind. Reaction videos flood YouTube. TikTok explodes with fan edits, and within an hour, the hashtag Ree's Revenge is #1 worldwide. The fallout is instant. Pap and Clarissa's engagement post is spammed with thousands of comments. Should have known better. Remy warned you. This is what happens when you disrespect royalty. Even celebrities can't help themselves. Cardi B tweets, "You Remy, that was cold," with 10 fire emojis. Fat Joe goes live with Remy, just laughing and shaking his head. The energy is wild. It's not just a song, it's a cultural moment, but it doesn't stop there. The next day, exclusive news drops. A major network is in talks for a Remy Ma's working title. Queen unbothered. Insiders promised never-before-seen footage, jaw-dropping revelations, and the real story behind the breakup that broke the internet. Twitter instantly trends with Remy. Netflix when Pap tries to respond with his own track, but it barely makes a ripple. His comments are filled with Remy fans quoting her hardest bars back at him. Claressa, for her part, announces a new fight, but the press conferences are swarmed with questions about the ring and not the championship kind. Financial fallout hits next. Pap reportedly has to sell his prized watch collection, a car, and the rights to an unreleased mixtape just to cover mounting legal fees. Gossip blogs run stories about Pat sleeping on his homies' couch and Claressa reconsidering the engagement. Their teams deny everything, but it's too late. The internet has decided their fate. Someone posts a fake for sale sign outside the house. Pap and Remy once shared the memes. Keep coming, but Remy, she's winning like never before. Her streams skyrocket, her merch sells out. Suddenly, old interviews surface, fans dissecting every smirk, every eye roll, every shade-filled answer for clues that she always knew this day would come. Even her haters admit she's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. She posts another story, just her at the spa, cucumber slices on her eyes. The caption, "Winning looks good on me." And in the midst of the chaos, one final bombshell drops. A secret recording hits the blogs. Allegedly, Pap confessing to a friend that the whole public proposal was meant to get back at Remy for holding him back. The recording is fuzzy, possibly fake, but nobody cares. It's the final nail. The court of public opinion has spoken. Government officials start weighing in, mostly as a joke. But some opportunistic politician calls for stricter social media regulations to prevent celebrity heartbreak from destabilizing the culture. The mayor tweets again. Brooklyn stands with Remy. A fake White House account posts National Remy Ma when the whole country is in on the drama. By now the saga has gone global. UK tabloids run American rap queen humiliates X Live, while a French magazine calls Remy Lorraine do clapback. There's even a viral Japanese anime fan art thread. Remy as the sword-wielding empress, Pap as the weeping samurai. Claressa in the background training for a rematch. The story is everywhere. TV, podcasts, morning radio, and every group chat in the country. Pap tries to lay low, but every time he steps out, fans swarm him with chants of "should have stayed with Remy." Claressa doubles down, posting gym videos pretending not to care, but her next fight sells out. Everyone wants to see if the internet's drama queen can throw a punch as hard as Remy throws. Shade rumors swirl that she and Pap are taking a break to focus on themselves. Translation: the pressure is too much, and through it all Remy Ma glows. She shows up at an awards show decked out in a crown, strutting the red carpet alone. The cameras love her. The fans love her. Even the haters have to admit she came out on top. A legendary comeback, a culture resetting track, and now an even bigger legacy. But before the credits roll, let's get real for a second. Did anyone see this coming? Did anyone expect hip-hop's most loyal couple to explode on live TV? Could anyone have predicted that one messy marriage proposal would tear down an empire and build a new one in its place? Or that in the end, loyalty would be less about who you stand next to and more about standing up for yourself? Because that, ladies and gentlemen, is the lesson here. In a world of fake friends, fame-hungry exes, and cloud-chasing new loves, the only crown worth wearing is the one you put on yourself. Remy knew it, the internet knows it, and after tonight, even Pap and Claressa can't deny it. So what do you think, viewers? Was Pap always plotting? Did Claressa steal the throne, or did she just rent it for a season? Is Remy the queen of the comeback, or is this just the beginning of an even wilder saga? Drop your wildest theories in the comments. Tag your friends and let the debate begin, because here, the tea never stops boiling. And hey, if you want the real story before it hits the tabloids, make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe for the next episode of Internet Insanity, and turn on notifications, because trust me, in this game, anything can happen. Who knows, maybe the next bombshell is already brewing, just waiting for the next headline to drop. Remember, in a world full of Pap and Clara, be your own Remy Ma. Stay unbothered, stay legendary, and never let them see you sweat. Until next time, keep sipping, keep questioning, and stay ready, because the next viral meltdown could be yours. So what's your take? Was Pap just waiting for his moment, or did Claressa pull off the ultimate power move? Is Remy Ma the queen of comebacks, or is her next chapter about to be even more savage? I want to hear your wildest theories, your hottest takes, and every single meme you've got. Drop it all in the comments below. And if you want to be the first to catch the next scandal, the next viral meltdown, and the stories the mainstream will never tell you, you already know what to do. Smash that like button so hard it breaks the internet. Subscribe to Scoop Bazaar, the only place where the tea is always piping hot and the drama never sleeps. Don't forget to hit that bell icon, because trust me, around here, you never know what's going to spill next. This is Scoop Bazaar, where secrets get exposed, legends are made, and you are always in the front row. Thanks for watching, stay messy, and see you in the next jaw-dropping expos.